Welcome back to Joyfully at Home. Today we're going to be starting a special two-part video to make a very special treat for going into our Christmas season. We're going to show you how to make the dough, cookies, and decorate for your own gingerbread house. You can use it as a decoration, or you can have it for your family and friends to enjoy this season. First off, we're going to start with our sugar, which we have 1 cup of sugar. To that, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of shortening. And we're also going to add a 1/2 cup or 1 whole stick of softened butter. This will give your cookies a nice flavor. We cream these ingredients together, and then we'll continue to add our rest of our ingredients. Once you have your sugar creamed together with your shortening and your butter, you'll add 1 whole egg and a 1/2 cup of nice dark molasses. I like to use the Brer Rabbit molasses. You can get it in some stores, and you can also buy it right on Amazon. It's a nice, rich, very robust molasses. It's got great flavor, and it will make a wonderful gingerbread dough. We'll mix those ingredients together next. Next, we're going to go ahead and start adding our dry ingredients to this. You have 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of ginger, a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon and cloves combined. Generally, I will split them about 1.25 teaspoons of cinnamon to about 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. It gives it just the right flavor and the right amount of spice in your gingerbread. Then we'll add 4 cups of flour. All-purpose flour is just fine for a gingerbread cookie. It'll give it a nice texture for your gingerbread house. Then we'll go ahead and mix these ingredients together and come up with a nice dough. This is going to be the consistency of your gingerbread dough when you're all done mixing. It's going to be a nice, pliable, soft dough, but with a little stiffness to it also. At this point, with your gingerbread dough, what you're going to do is you're going to wrap it, and it's going to need to be chilled for at least 3 hours. This is half of the dough that you would need to make the full gingerbread house. So you're going to take these very same ingredients, make a second batch of dough just like this dough, and then you will have enough for your full gingerbread house. Next up, we will chill this. We'll have all our doughs ready, and we will make our gingerbread pieces of our house. Now that our dough is properly chilled, and it's been chilled for at least 3 hours, we're going to roll out our gingerbread house dough, and we're going to cut our pieces. To do this, first of all, you need to have a pattern for your gingerbread house pieces. You're going to have a house end, which will be 6 inches wide at the bottom, 7 inches tall, and through the center, it will be 10 3/4 inches tall. You'll cut 2 of these house ends. You can make these pattern pieces out of any kind of cardstock or poster board that you like. You'll also have 2 roof pieces, which will be 6 inches by 10.5 inches. You're going to also cut 2 of those. And you're going to have your house sides, which you'll also cut 2. And they will be 9.5 inches by 7.5 inches. So now we'll go ahead and we will start rolling out our dough and cutting our pieces. So you will roll out your gingerbread dough on the back side of a cookie sheet, baking sheet, anything of the sort. It works much better because when you cut these pieces, they will be so large that you're not able to lift them once you have them rolled out and cut. So we'll continue to get our gingerbread dough rolled out into a flat piece. It'll be about 1/4 of an inch thick. You'll want to make sure that your pieces are fairly even. And then we'll start cutting our house pieces. So once you have a portion of your dough rolled out, primarily on the back of your pan to about 1/4 of an inch thick, then you'll decide which of your pieces you're going to place first. And it looks like I will be able to do both of the house sides on this one piece. So we'll go ahead, lay your pattern piece out. Then just take a small knife and just cut right around your pattern piece, just as if you were using a very large cookie cutter. And carefully lift up your pattern piece, place it next to it, and do it again. And then you will have your 2 house sides. It doesn't really matter how you lay your pieces out on your cookie dough. If, however, space is allowed, you can lay them out. If it's side by side like that, or end one like this and one to the side, any way you can lay them out is perfectly fine. Once you've got your cookie pieces, you just remove the rest of your cookie dough around, just as you would with any cutout cookie. And you can use that to re-roll for other pieces. Now that you have a second portion of your dough cut, you will cut another piece, another 2 pieces, in which case right now I'm going to do the ends of the house. Again, you just hold your pattern piece in place and you follow around the edges. If you have extra cookie dough left, you can absolutely make some gingerbread men cookies. You can use it for any purpose you want. You can use it for extra accessories for your house if you want fireplace or anything like that. Just have fun with it. Once we have our last 2 pieces here cut, then these will go in a 375-degree oven that's been preheated for between 10 and 15 minutes until your edges are set nicely and browned. And we're ready for the oven. So again, set your pieces in your oven, set it 375 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes until the edges are firm and you have a golden brown edge. Now that your pieces are baked and out of the oven, while they're still hot, you can see they do puff a little bit. So take your same knife and just trim your pieces once again according to your pattern pieces. Even if it's just a little bit, it will help all your pieces to fit together the right way when you go to put your house together. So continue to just trim your pieces, and then let them cool. Once they're completely cool, they will be nice and stiff, and you can allow them to sit for a day or up to 3 days and be ready to assemble your house. In our next video, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We are going to be taking all of these pieces that we just made, and we are going to be assembling our gingerbread house.